Yo. Let's do this.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
hey. One time.
New studio, baby. Ooh, boom. Let's go. Let's get it. Come on, y'all. Y'all like our setup? Y'all feeling us? We got the vibes, man. Hey.
The power of relationships.
Let's get that good energy. Hey. Good vibes. Good energy. Good vibes. Good energy. Say, hey, I'm a rapper. I'm not.
Get paso.
The batteries be tweaking. Hold on, we gonna let y'all rock with that for a second. Give me. I knew he was gonna do that.
Please be advised, we have some technical difficulties. You can't see, but we do. Let's get it. One time.
These headphones are weird. They twist all types of ways. I think I got them backwards. That feels better.
All right.
Let's go. Let's get this, man. I'm K.
I'm Chaz.
And we are Culture Content,
yes, sir,
baby.
we are.
Let's go, man. I'm feeling good. We in a new spot. You know, I'm feeling like real luxury-ish.
I can tell. Look at the shades, baby.
You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Killer Cam, you know what I mean? Shout out to Yeezy. I seen a couple heavy hitters with these on. And yeah, I'm in the studio with the shades on because that's how I'm feeling today about the spot. Can't tell you where we at, but good looks, bro. Like,
You're ready.
This was clutch. You know what I'm saying?
The power of relationship. Let's say it again.
This ain't the crib. You know what I mean? Like we in the actual
It's a secret
studio
location,
right now.
so whenever you get a chance to come on the show, you could pull up.
You know what I'm saying?
And we could bring the same vibes like we did before in the new spot.
In a new spot. We got official bathrooms, you know what I mean, on the 9th floor and shit. Oh, I can't even tell them what floor we on.
Doing too much.
All right. But we in a new spot, man. We feeling good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Like, literally just got off of work, teacher mode, got the quarters up on, all fours on, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Fresh
chilling.
all fours.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, show them one more time, bro. Good. And those are sky blue joints, you feel me? Fresh out the box, head ass nigga. I know this is the first time you wore them shits. No funny.
Nah, it's like the
don't
third.
lie.
It's like the
Don't
third.
lie.
It's like the third.
All right. I'll give you 2 times, nigga. If it's not the
matter
of fact, let me check the gums. Let me see the bottoms, nigga. Let me see the... That's a one time. That's one time.
I wore these a couple. It's not too much though. I ain't really wear it a lot though.
Nah,
yeah, we here though, man.
You know,
like,
we keep the feet fresh all day. You know what I'm saying? And appreciate the plug with the spot, bro. Like major clutch, good energy. Like we got a whole different vibe coming to you, man. But if you want to be on the podcast, you got to be available from 8 to 5. You heard? Like 8 to 5. If you can't make it work, then I mean, we gonna figure something out. But
nah, we got a secondary one though. You know what I'm saying? So like, let the beat build with that. We got a secondary one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let the beat build with that, and then we'll go from there. You already know.
So there you have it. More information about the after hour spot. You know what I'm saying? The afties. You know what I'm saying?
Anything can go down then. So,
you already know. So
Culture Content After Dark might be a new segment. You don't know.
Culture Content After Dark sounds crazy,
yeah,
bro. That sounds
saying.
like Nelly
tip drill
vibes.
Nah, we ain't on the tip drill vibe, but You know what it
After
is.
Hours, nigga. Remember BET back in the day?
BET Uncut After Hours.
After Hours used to be wild,
but look,
bro.
The crazy thing about that is, right, so if your moms or somebody come in the room, right, you got to hit that last button real quick. Now you back on Cartoon Network. Like,
that channel back button had
you know what I'm saying? Hit the back real quick. Oh, what you doing? Now I'm watching Eddie, nigga.
Yeah, come on, dog. You got to keep it low, you know what I mean? Because when that Tip Drill video came on, the uncut version, you had to be like, nah. Some of y'all freaky niggas was getting off to that shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's a little too much. That's a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but speaking about like old school throwbacks, let's just start it off light because we got some major topics.
Let's start off
always, for y'all, but you talk about throwback BET and what. First and foremost, what channel was your BET on?
42.
42 all day. Okay, 42. All right,
that's Harlem because I think other places like New York City at least, other people had like different service providers, so they could have been a little. We had Time Warner.
Facts.
You feel me? So,
Facts.
their BET could have been a different channel. So, but 42 was Harlem.
For sure, it was 42 for me too. I just had to get that out there so y'all can argue about that in the comments and whatnot. So furthermore, he's talking about channel networks and everything. So it's just a perfect segue into, name me your top 5 black sitcoms, bro.
Top 5 black sitcoms. All right.
And it don't matter from whatever genre, whatever you like is what you like.
Okay. So what I like, all right, so let's go.
There's a couple heavy hitters.
Let's go Martin.
That's I got Martin on mine.
Let's go.
You got to follow up with respectfully the next best one.
Well, Fresh Prince, of course.
That's 2 for me too.
Okay, so Martin and Fresh Prince
automatically in there.
I'll say I like the Jamie Foxx show.
Ooh, I like the Jamie. Yeah, first and foremost, shout out to Jamie Foxx because he's a talented MF, bro. Like that whole joint combining the acting with the singing, like that was historical, bro. Like
trifecta.
He was a full circle,
He's an actor,
bro.
Singer, and comedian.
Like play the piano, like play the guitar. He just played instruments. I mean, don't quote me on the guitar, but he's a musician for sure. But all right, so we got
Martin, Fresh Prince, Jamie Foxx show. Okay. I used to watch Static Shock a lot.
You gonna for family sitcoms? You gonna throw that in
family?
there?
I mean, I watched it. This is my list. This is my list.
Static Shock was fire. I rock with Static Shock.
I'll say
Static Shock, and then Little Romeo did the hook to that, if I'm not mistaken.
Real?
Yeah, Little Romeo. Yeah.
And to round out my 5, I'll say it's a classic. Different World.
Different World. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a good one, but you know me, man. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I heard they was trying to push a certain agenda and all that too. But
I like it for the black college feel.
Right.
Yeah,
that was.
But obviously, there's always undertones to a whole bunch of different things. But for the black college feel, and you know what I'm saying, back in the but back in the 80s and 90s, the college apparel was paramount. You think of they started that college apparel of how people was rocking the different, the Lincoln sweatshirts, the Cheney sweatshirts, the FAMU, all of that, right? So
and they had real life life shit going on.
Morehouse. So but you seen people wearing that in Different World, and they had Hillman. Obviously, that was the college, but you went to you'll see Martin, he was wearing stuff. Fresh Prince was definitely wearing stuff. So
Fresh Prince was wearing J's every day too. If y'all go back and watch Fresh Prince J's, he had all the exclusives, bro. Before they even dropped, that's not my time. That was around our time basically. So for me, I'm a 90s baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to us. I'm gonna definitely have Martin. I'm gonna have Will Smith up there. I gotta put My Wife and Kids in the mix, bro.
Wife and Kids was a good one.
My Wife and Kids. David Wayans is the funniest Wayans out of all of them to me. So I gotta give it up to them. And we talked about this before. I did not like the Wayans brothers, bro. I thought that was trash. That's just high.
You like the Wayans brothers?
I did not like that. I don't think they're funny. If you really want to talk about it, Damian Wayans though. When you talk about hilarious. When you talk about Blankman, hilarious. You talk about Major Payne,
Mo Bunny.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, all of those joints is classics. Like, officially certified. So, so I got 3. My wife and kids. I gotta throw Family Matters in there.
Family Matters is a good one.
I gotta go. Family Matters. 4. This is hard, bro. I know I have an honorable mention, and they not even black.
What?
Yeah, bro. I gotta, because it's funny, it's hilarious, and then once you hear it, you're gonna be like, "That's a good one." And then you know what? I like. Cause you got like A Different World, you got The Living Singles, and you got Sanford and Son out there.
You got a lot out there.
You got a lot out there, but
you got the D.L. Hughley show. You got
forget D.L. Hughley. I ain't gonna lie. He's chopped liver.
So Steve Harvey show is chopped liver too.
Steve Harvey's chopped liver too. That was corny. I gotta give it.
You know what I forgot?
Who?
Oh man, I'm taking Static Shock out, yo. Bernie Mac show. I watch that shit with my kids to this day.
I gotta give my 5th one to either. Man, that's a tie. That's a tie. I gotta give it to Jamie Foxx or Bernie Mac.
I don't know why I forgot about that.
Those is in my top 5. Like, but my 5th spot is gonna go. It's no particular order, but my 5th spot gotta either go to Jamie Foxx or Bernie Mac. Cause shout out to the legend, R.I.P. to him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, goated. You know what I'm saying? Super goated. And I mean, you know me long enough to like. I mean, we've been in the same circle long enough to think about like what the 6th honorable mention is, and it's not Seinfeld.
I wouldn't even put. I mean, you know, I fuck with some Seinfeld. But,
I know that's what you're gonna go to.
I wasn't gonna even think about that because that ain't. You know, if you don't talk about sitcoms as a general, yeah, I might put that on in my top 5. But that for black sitcoms is, you know, you had John Paul's the only black person in the show.
You ready for this one?
For your
yeah, I'm gonna give you one guess. I ain't gonna have you going crazy.
What's the guess?
2.5 Men.
Okay. That is true, man. Yeah. Okay.
Bro, that was the funniest like Caucasian podcast, podcast,
TV show for sure
that I seen in a while. Seinfeld was cool, but you had to be really smart to understand the vocabulary of the vernacular that they was talking about. And I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't all there.
So it wasn't like what I like about Seinfeld was basically like their ability to have sarcasm in everything they do.
Right.
And it was a story. It was a story within a story every episode. So that's why I like this. So, you know, me and Tuck, shouts out to Tuck, he put me on. We used to watch that every day faithfully.
Yeah, shout out to Tuck, homie. Yo, when you popping out, bro? Come to the Berg, man.
We'll get you out here. We'll get you out here. Hope you see this too.
We had you on the Hen Rock going crazy.
He was running. He was stopping cars, running down on people. Like, hold on, yo, what's up? What's going on? Like, yo, bro, you gotta relax. You can't run down on people like New York, bro. It's in New York.
That white Henny going in his system. He was wilding, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love your soul, bro, but you was a wild boy. You know what I mean? You're a wild boy, man. But yeah,
shout out to Tuck, yo.
Shout out to Tuck, man. You be on your BS. I was about to curse. That's why I did the stuttering thing. But look, I'm doing better, y'all. I'm doing better. I'm getting better with the, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get better with the.
Not that I mean.
Yeah. Switch up the whole vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? So chores or Don Lemon? What you want to do first?
Let's go to chores first. Let's start light before we're gonna start light and then we're gonna go medium and then we'll just we'll go right into it.
My back hurts. Let me scoot up or something. I got this pillow.
Well, I'm like this and all. I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's much better. Pause. Oh yeah, that's
whammy.
It. That's where it's at. That's the sweet spot. Let's go.
No.
Not that one. That one. You messing it up. Oh,
you know which one? You know which one I was looking for? Not that one. That
one. I already know. Look, you read it right here, though.
Oh, poppin'.
You know
all right, bet.
Yeah,
all right. So obviously we posed this question before to each other, and you guys in the audience, whenever this go live and you guys comment, but should you pay your kids to do chores? What you think?
I say yes.
Por qué?
So when I grew up,
that's why for the illiterate.
My mom did not pay me to do chores. She was just like, yo, you got to do it because you live here and I pay all the bills. Like any black person knows like what type of time y'all moms is on. Like
that's a fact.
You do the chores or you get the F out. But I will say in retrospect, like it is a perfect learning opportunity to teach your kids how to balance money or manage money. You know what I mean? And I think in our culture, that's exactly what we lack. And it's like, yeah, I get the point of like, yo, you don't want to have to pay your kids to do household chores, right? Because that's their responsibility. But in life, anytime they work, they will essentially be like paid for whatever act or services they provide, right? So when they get paid for those acts and services, they should know, okay, you gotta pay rent for your room, you gotta pay for entertainment expenses, and then you gotta save a little bit, right? Entertainment, we're gonna have that like a broader category, you know what I'm saying?
Entertainment like, could be a little bit of everything.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and I'm just breaking it down to like 3 basic things, but essentially like that's how all adults live their lives. And if you can manage to tell them like, here, pay your bills, here's for fun, and here's a little bit to save, right? I think that goes I think that goes a long way to teaching them, or it's an introductory to like financial literacy, right? And I think eventually like it'll just set them up for the long game. And people may not agree with that, but I mean, in my personal opinion, the biggest thing that we lack as a community is financial literacy and how to manage money. And then obviously we have a couple topics to even discuss about, old boy saying that 100 mil ain't enough money.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah. But in a sense, by the time they come into some real money, they don't know how to manage 50,000, 100,000 and better, But yeah, I mean, in our community, I mean, a lot of things have to change because if you can't, to Odell Beckham, if you don't know how to manage 100 million, then what are we doing?
So for me, I think it can go either way. Because for me, I wouldn't say I pay my kids to do chores. So it's some things that they need to do, but I do pay them to do other things that's a little bit more than a chore, right? For example, so my kids alternate washing dishes, right? They don't get paid for that. My kids alternate cleaning their, making sure their room's clean. They tidying up, putting away their laundry. They don't get paid for that. What I might pay them for, what I have paid them for is, for some reason, sometimes when we put the trash out, the trash flies away a lot. So like around the house, it might be trash, a little in places that they shouldn't be, and it kind of brings the value of your residence down if you just got trash everywhere. But that usually just happens around the time that trash is being picked up. So if the people from the trash misses it and it's on the ground, I have them basically just pick it up, get some gloves, pick it up, boom, boom, boom. And sometimes it'd be a lot. Sometimes, stuff fly away. So, you want to make sure that, your area around your house is clean. So that right there, I give them a couple of dollars. Sometimes when I have them hit the baseboards of the crib, I give them a couple of dollars. Deeper cleaning kind of things, I give them a couple of dollars.
But do you charge them for anything?
Charge them?
Yeah.
No, my kids is young as hell. What am I charge them for?
But to my point, like,
so hold on.
So if you're paying them,
you mean like if they was older, would you charge?
Even being older, I'm talking about like right now, like, all right, let's say I give you $10, right? And then you gotta go, okay, again, you gotta pay rent to live here. You might charge them. If you give them a $10 salary, you might charge them $3. You know what I'm saying? For rent. And then you might say, oh yeah, here's $2 that gotta go to savings. or however you break it down. You know what I mean?
So I look at it.
They might get $5 out the whole.
I look at it like this: when kids are young, my kids is young, right? So they don't need to be charged anything. Like obviously, like we all know, kids didn't ask to come into this world, so therefore, it's us as parents, we have to set them up in the right way. So you know they don't either
setting them up though, because you can't just give them $10 and be like. Because taxes is involved.
No, hear me out.
Rent is involved, car insurance.
Hold on, hear me out. I'm not charging young kids to live in the house and do the stuff. I'm not doing that. We give them money for chores. Where I see where you can do that is if you have an older kid, right? Say they are commuting from school. They are in college, right? And they commuting from school. You might charge them rent if they have a job or something like that. But here's my flip to it, right? Say if I have a kid that moved back home and say they 19, 20 years old and they move back home, and they want to basically not have an overhead so they can save some money so they can move into their own crib. I might charge them money in order to, know what it's like to pay rent, but when they move out, they'll get that money right back to put a down payment on anything they might want to use. So my thought process on charging kids will be strictly that. Like I might charge you, but you'll get that money right back whenever you leave. So if it's a year, 6 months, whatever, if I say, hey, give me $300 a month, in 6 months you'll have $1,800. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point of the financial literacy part. Like you're not charging them obviously $200, $300 to stay there. You're just teaching them the responsibility of managing money.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the
on the flip side, there are people that as soon as a kid get a job, you have to help with everything. You gotta pay your own phone bill. You gotta do this, that, and the third.
I'm not talking about that.
But there are people that do that.
Absolutely.
And it don't matter about any nationality, like that just happens. But I get what you're saying. Like in our community, we have to do a much better job of teaching financial literacy from a young age. So when they do get the bread, when they do get the bag, they know what to do with it. So
100%. Yeah, that was money. And that's basically my point. You know what I mean? Teach them how to manage money and to respect money at the end of the day, man. Because you don't want them to get a lump sum of money and then not know how to manage it and then go broke and then be like, oh yeah, I received $100 million or 100,000, 500,000, whatever the amount is, and they blow it all on liabilities,
people,
liabilities.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Like people are liabilities. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be real, you loan out money respectfully, don't expect to ever get that shit back.
Yeah.
And I mean, niggas be looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't loan out money, bro. Like I will help you if you want. Here's my thing. If you need me to pay a bill, I will pay a bill for only within my circle, right? I'm just not paying anybody's bill.
You get a bill. You get a bill.
Everybody get. No, that's not what we're doing. But if you got a legit oh yeah, my electric is out, my phone bill, my gas, especially gas. You know what I mean? Especially during the winter season. Like I'll front your whole bill. But if I do that, best to believe, one, we gonna talk about it, and if you real enough, you gonna pay me back the bread. You know what I'm saying? But I'm real enough to know that if you don't, we still cool. You feel me? At the end of the day, but that's not going to to my point is, it's like if you ask me for $40, nigga, I'm not buying you an eighth, my nigga. Like I'm not buying because your life is so bad and so you feeling down today, or you need a 40. And I'm not even talking about weed. I'm talking about actual 40. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sponsoring your habits, bro. But if you need a light bill, I'm not paying your rent though. You know what I mean? But if you have a legitimate bill, phone, light, gas, or something of that nature, even if your kid got something going on, you know what I mean, like an actual trip or something like that, like cool, I'll sponsor that. You know what I mean? But best to believe, like if you want some, $40, $50 is just a weird spot to ask me for money, bro. Because $40, $50 makes me feel like you don't need it. Like, nigga, if you need $40, $50 for the 40, nigga, wait till your next paycheck, bro.
For the 40.
For the 40. I mean, what are we talking? What do you need $40 for?
I don't know. But
There's not enough things in the world that I can think of that you need $40 because
let's keep it
nigga,
pushing
$40 ain't gonna keep your light, your gas on, and it ain't damn sure ain't gonna keep your rent paid. So
let's hit another medium topic before we get into the controversy.
Let's want to play light. I'm ready to go for the.
No, one more. Should men be allowed to date in 2026?
No, that's super light. That's less light. I mean, it's light, but it's fair. First and foremost, disclaimer: do whatever the F you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like how you choose to live your life. But
if you want to get pissy drunk and not go to work the next day, do your thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that either. But you know,
it's just you. I mean, if you want to, if you like to be like to subscribe to the bum ass nigga channel, then that's what you do.
Yeah, but should men date? Like I said, disclaimer: do whatever you want to do. You're all grown ass men. But my theory is like, I think society wise, what is it? A matriarch society where like women patriarch society.
No, matriarch is the woman, patriarch is the man.
Oh yeah, so a matriarch society where women lead, like that's not it. You know what I mean? Women lead because, granted, yes, there's a lot of things that are against men in society, but it's still our responsibility to overcome those things and to stay 10 toes down and get busy. And I don't think any man should be dating for the simple. I'll say this, like again, do what you want to do, but you should not be dating if you don't got your shit together. If you going out, you living with your moms, or you living in a halfway house, or you living with your mans and all that, and you ain't got no crib, like you're clipped, bro. Like there's no reason why you shouldn't be up 100,000 before you go do it. And I'm not talking about 100,000 exactly, but you should be up before you gonna entertain the next person, you know, because what you'll find is most men will entertain other women, live with them, cater to them, take care of them, and then be miserable at the end of that relationship. You know why? Because they never got the experience for self, right? They never had the experience of living on their own, like building their own resume, like hitting those grinds. And sometimes you need to be by yourself to understand like that turmoil, that frustration from downfalls, hitting rock bottom. Like as a man, you should experience all that before you get into a serious relationship. So do what you want, but if you just gonna be up and you're just gonna decide to live with another woman or depend on another woman, I think I think that gives women more authority than they actually have, because men are not doing what they're supposed to do in society.
Yeah. I agree. I would say this. As you get older, you need to, and I don't know what the hell I'm saying, I'm a lot. As you get older, you need to go through different seasons.
Right.
Right? You need to, like, at times you're gonna be broke, right? You're gonna be real happy, you're gonna be ecstatic. You're going to meet different people. But like you said, you need to make sure that all your ducks are in a row before you start entertaining somebody. Because if it's not, then that person that you thought was the world to you could be a leech, take you for everything. Mm-hmm. And it's not, and it could be deeper than money, right? People could be, taking you emotionally, spiritually, because there's a lot of people that leech on you spiritually. They see how you are connected to a whole bunch of people and they want your energy.
Facts.
And they drain you so much. And I'm speaking from experience because I've been in situations where I've been drained and a lot. And it's like, you don't really understand the power that had until you're not in that situation no more. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I 1,000% agree. You need to have your stuff together before you should entertain anybody else. Now, it's possible that you could do both simultaneously, but you want to make sure that the partner you picking had the same drive and hustle as you. Even if your hustle's at 1,000, you want to make sure they have some type of hustle. Now, if they on some, I'm leeching you, I'm doing everything you say I need to do, or they don't have a drive for themselves, then that could be problematic in the future. So you want to make sure that the person you're with is what they say, equally yoked, so we can have a
not financial. It is not equally yoked. Is spiritual.
Yeah,
that's first and foremost.
So that
it's
is
not
spiritual,
physical, or monetary.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, in the grand scheme of things, you want to make sure that the person that you're with aligns with the same characteristics that you have, the same ethics, the same qualities, same everything that you have, in order for you guys to be successful.
100%, 1,000%, bro. And that's just it, yo. Get your stuff together. Get your mind, body, and spirit right before you take any relationship seriously. It's just not gonna. I think it just builds resentment over time. And
that's a fact. That's a fact, yo.
We don't help. There needs to be the bigger message, and do what you got to do for yourself first before you try to take care of yourself first before you try to take care of somebody else. That's just the bottom line.
That includes kids too.
And for you young YNs, bro, respectfully, stop jumping into them relationships with 2-3 kids. That's not yours. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot to live, and I'm not talking about
ain't just YNs. That's people
men
in general.
Yeah. Men in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, especially if that shorty got 2 kids, I may give you a pass at one. But you talking about 2-3 kids and the father not taking care of them, but you the young boy and you jump in to be like, because the PUSSY is going crazy on you, whatever, you in a waterfall, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you drowning in, you know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it, bro. It ain't worth it, bro. Get on your feet first, do what you gotta do, and then decide to take care of them kids. Not the other way around. Don't take care of them kids and then try to no. That's not how that shit works, bro.
Facts.
Because you're gonna end up hating her, then that's where the woman get into the all men ain't shit. I didn't mean to curse, but
all men ain't ish.
Yeah. That's where that comes from, bro. Because a lot of men get into relationships and not happy within themselves, and that causes a bigger issue in the long run, where heartache, hurt, all that comes into play. So, So I mean, that's my answer. Do what you want to do, but do it smart. Take care of you, and it's okay to be selfish, men and women. And women, it's okay to be selfish, bro.
Because women
gonna take care of them.
No, but here's the thing: like women, you gotta be careful of leashes. There's a whole bunch of leashes too. You know what I'm saying? He see that you got it going on. You know, you got this motion, that motion. You know what I'm saying? He slick talk you right out your. You know what I'm saying?
Out your drawers.
Right. I wasn't gonna say it.
Drawers is not a curse word, though.
Still, but slick talk you around your drawers and thirsty to shoot the club up. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And then, you thinking that, not in the back of your head, you like, I probably shouldn't have did that, but I'm gonna try to make it work. Because women will definitely try to make it work. I think sometimes more than men. And then, I
don't agree with that, but
because it's situations though. You know what I'm saying? Because we both had obviously different situations in life where it shaped our experiences. So, but yeah, that's what happens at times.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, men and women, make sure you got your stuff together before you bring in somebody else to be in your same habitat as you. All right.
Learn something.
Now,
Let's get to it. All right. What you picking the order of the topic? So, what you got? What you got next?
All right. So,
this better be a good one.
Better be a good one.
Fire.
Okay.
I'm ready to.
What do you think about students? What do you think about the students?
Students what? Because we talked about a lot of things regarding students.
We did talk about the students. Let's talk about local. The local students protesting.
ICE and all that?
For ICE. What do you think about that? What's your thoughts, good brother?
First and foremost, leaving politics out of the equation. I think as a society that we're dumb. We are not knowledgeable. We are not. I mean, we are dumb. Hey, it is what it is, bro. I mean, we're dumb in comparison. I know comparison is the thief of joy, but whatever the case is. But when you talk about
say that again,
comparison is the thief of joy. Mm-hmm. But when you talk about like the U.S. compared to a kid in China. You know what I mean? Like, we are way behind the curve, Y'all want
to teach. Is that by design or?
Absolutely. The dumber the masses, the easier to control. Like, again, the dumber the masses, the easier to control. So when they got you protesting against ICE, that's been here since 9/11, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden it's the hot topic to protest ICE, but they're not teaching you calculus. I mean, calculus you don't really use, I feel like, in life, but like they're not teaching
on your profession.
Yeah, right, that part. But when you're talking about life skills and like shit that's gonna help you get you ahead in life, like that should be our priority. Teach them trades, teach them how to write a check, teach them how to, again, manage the budgets, you know what I mean? Teach them the importance of self-love, give them therapy, you know what I mean? Like all these things help with internal growth, you know? And if we not teaching our kids that, then that's a problem. Even teach them how to shoot guns and shit like that, how to defend themselves, martial arts, how to click on one of them things. You know what I mean? Like that's where self-development and respect for society and other people come in, right? Because you're teaching them to love themselves, and you teach them how to respect money. You teach them how to respect guns. You're teaching them how to, all these other aspects in life. But when you're talking about, they need to learn how to know their pronouns and shit, nigga. What are you talking about? First and foremost, I'm gonna say this out loud. It's about to get nasty. If you're using pronouns, you a dub. All right? If you're using pronouns, you a dub. Because there's no way that he, his, and them, and all of that, X, Y, and Z. Bro, you a male. I don't need to know. You don't need to give me pronouns for me to know that you're a male, bro. Like, stop it. If you got pronouns in your description and your caption, remove that ish ASAP, bro. Like, you look goofy. Like, dude,
I ain't got much to say about the pronouns, but I got other stuff to talk about the thing.
I know you're a teacher and all that, so I got to keep it safe for you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, but I'm gonna ask a simple question. Do you think you need to put he, him, and they in your pronouns for me to know that you're a man? You don't have to go crazy.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Right, because I know you a dude, bro. Like, what are you talking about? His, them, and they, or whatever the case is. That's weird, bro. That's super weird. And you want to teach about him, they, and them, and all that other weird shit. But when niggas talk about, my bad, when people talk about, let's teach them how to shoot guns, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? We can't teach kids about gun safety. We can't teach kids how to do script or write a check or how to balance a budget at that age. So you telling me that all of those things are non-significant, but we could talk about sex all day? I mean, granted, it's enough STDs in the world for us to talk about that. But at that age, do you want to talk about sex and how gender affirming care, or do you want to teach them some real life shit? Again, part of my language.
So there's two sides to it, right? I'm gonna talk how I'm gonna talk. So when it comes to them basically protesting ICE, one thing is, like you said, I feel like they could use better time doing stuff. Yes, they are standing up for something, because like you said, the perception of what's going on with ICE doesn't look good. So therefore, people's going to protest it if they don't respect it.
But they protesting ICE and don't even understand the basics of government. That's even a bigger problem. Like, how are you going out there and protesting and you don't know the three branches of government, or let alone what representative represents what part of the government? Some people don't even know like how bills work and how bills are implemented.
Well, we not gonna go back and forth on what people know and what people don't know. But what they should do.
No, but my point is,
I know I got your point.
Teaching them.
No, I got your point.
Government and like, the mayor is below the governor. You know what I mean?
No, school. So let me finish. Right. So. Yes, they could be using better time for that, and I get that. Basically, they came together to protest something that people are the things that ICE are doing. That's being publicized is definitely despicable. The things that's being publicized in the reports that's written is definitely is not putting ICE in a good light. But it is good that people are coming together to fight for a cause, but the cause should be fighting for other things.
The cause should be fighting for Americans.
Just relax for a second, okay?
Hey,
just no.
Put it out there.
No,
it has to be said.
Let me do my thing.
All Americans, all creeds,
let me
all
do
races.
my thing. Let me do my thing.
Go ahead, spit.
Right?
Go ahead, spit.
So, what we should be fighting for is the powers that we see that's controlling us that we don't see. Right? We all know that the school system is kind of, it's not in a really the best place right now, because there's a lot of things happening outside of the classroom that's being brought into the classroom. It's a lot of things that's happening from the higher ups that's being trickled down and affecting teachers, students, staff, all of the above. So I feel like you said, if we were teachers had more autonomy to teach things that's going to benefit the kids and life more, I think things will be a little different. But the school system is set up a certain way to keep people blind and be basically workers. You know what I'm saying? So that aspect right there, you're gonna create
my fault, I thought I heard a train.
That was something out there. So you're gonna create a nation of kids that really can't sustain themselves in the future because we're not teaching them. And that's what we're not, emotional intelligence, all of these things I feel like should be in our day-to-day curriculum, right? And I'm not saying that the stuff that's being taught now is insignificant, but what I'm saying is we can add more to it that's going to help the kids in the future. Why don't we do that? It's a reason that we don't do that, because you don't want people to question the things that we see that's happening around us. Because if we start questioning it, you're going to have free thinkers, you're going to have people that's questioning the government, and then that's when revolts happen. And when a renaissance like that happens, what's the government going to do? Right?
It's going to force them to listen, but they got y'all so
they're not going to listen. They're not going to listen. You know why they're not going to listen?
Numbers, though. They listen to numbers.
No.
And if we all collectively, I've said this before, bro,
Possible.
Everybody's worried about race, but the numbers is in the power. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to certain places, Argentina and all that. Argentina, if you ever been there, they have a lot of things for the people. But again, their taxes are a lot higher. But nonetheless, they got what they want. You know what I mean? Why? Because the government is afraid of the people and not vice versa.
But we spoke about this before. Like, basically, there's a lot of layers to what's going on in America, right? So America has a class issue, right? It's the haves and the have-nots. And a lot of people know that, but they really don't know that. But what we get blinded from is the extra layers behind it, the race, the sexual orientation, all of those things. You know what I'm saying? But it's really a class issue.
Yeah.
And if we was to come together to talk about what's going on and fight on the same side, we can really make change. But they divide us so much that we can't do that. So therefore, you're gonna beef with people that you probably should be teaming up with.
So I was in Dubai, and so I was at the hotel late night. You feel me? Late night. And I got, at this point, I had got cool with like the ballet people and then like the front desk people and all that shit, to the point where like, yo, I mean, I was a heavy weed smoker at the time. You know what I mean? And if you've been to Dubai, like they down there frown upon that. They not down there, but they frown upon it. They are frown upon drinking and smoking weed. Like, you can't even go to a restaurant and get like regular liquor type shit. Like, you can't get a margarita or some Henny like in the mall at all, right? But to my point is, we had the conversation. He straight up asked me like, yo, why do y'all call it the United States? I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, yo, y'all the most segregated country we've ever seen. And I'm just like, shit. Ooh. And he took me back, you know what I mean? And I legit had no answer for him, you know what I mean? Because when you think about, because when you go to other countries, like, they don't divide people based on race. Like, right? If you Puerto Rican, I mean, granted, Puerto Rico is part of the States, but that's not the point. But you don't see a Puerto Rican and be like, oh, that's a black Puerto Rican, or that's a white Puerto Rican, or that's a Jew Puerto Rican. They're just Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? And the simpler term is, I think we had this conversation before. Like, it was just like, yo, I'm American. Why does it matter that I'm Black American, white American, Asian American, or any of that? I'm just American. We're not even African American. And that's even more of a divide.
Like, what you think of? Well,
like, I'm not African, nigga. I am at most Black American. I'm from America, nigga.
Where you from though,
nigga,
man?
You know, nigga tried to get gangster on me real quick, nigga. I'm from America, bro. We Americans. We are Americans, and y'all not gonna like this, but white, Black, Asian, Jews, we are Americans, but they divide us based on race categories, bro. But we're all the same. We're all from the motherland. And I mean, after a certain amount of generations, you're just American, bro. Like, granted, certain people can trace back their heritage or the ancestry back to different countries and all that stuff.
You heard about the wicked shit they doing with that too? They're using people's DNA? Because it's been some data leaks.
I'm not surprised.
That's crazy, right?
I'm not surprised.
So you gotta be careful with that too.
But there's the social construct has been set up to divide us, and everybody talk about drinking the Kool-Aid. The people that say that are the actual ones drinking the Kool-Aid, because there is something that we can do about it. We can change. We can unite everybody together and then go against the system the right way, the legal way. You know what I mean? It's not about they got us so caught up in racial wars and what they did to us 400 years ago. Yeah, that happened, but you can't live your life based off what happened 400 years ago. You wasn't here for that. You can only control today, right now. And then here's the goes saying, you're only as good as today. So talking about something for 400 years ago has nothing to do with right now and what you can change. And then I look crazy when I say things like that. But what are you going to do about 400 years ago? Niggas done lived, died, sacrificed, and all that already. Why harbor on that shit? What are you doing to make it better? What are you doing to further that movement that all those people sacrificed themselves for to get to where we have our freedoms right now?
That's a good job of cleaning up.
I had to line them up, bro. I lined them up, bro. I had to talk my BS. You know what I'm saying? But can we pause? I feel like I've been.
We will be back in 5, 4,
yes, sir.
3,
yes, sir.
2, 1. Next topic.
That was that was fire.
Pause that for a second.
That was fire. Yo.
Yeah.
Ooh, my bad. Quick intermission.
What they said, they had to pay the bills real quick, you know what I mean? So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, if y'all looking for us to advertise and all that, hit us up, man. We include y'all into our hits, man, into our episodes.
For sure.
You know, minor fee, nothing crazy. You eat, we eat. You know what I mean? Like, everybody eats. Yeah. You feel me? That's the Harlem thing.
At the end of the day.
Everybody eats. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on that type of time, then, you know.
Yeah, you already know what to do.
Yeah, we can't.
Suck it easy. All right, so we're going to go into the hottest topic right now in hip-hop.
Yes, sir.
The hottest topic right now. You got...
If I can't
50 Cent.
Do it, homie, it can't be done.
You got 50 Cent.
I'ma let the champagne bottle pop. I'ma take it to the top.
Show you how
I'ma
to make it hot, baby. All right.
Hey.
So you got 50 Cent against the whole Harris family. The whole Harris family, because everybody got something to say. Everybody got something to say. So
that wasn't what I wanted to
that's a family affair. I ain't gonna hold you. He getting cooked right now. He getting. He need to fight back.
On what terms?
Now you talking, right? What terms? Because as we all know, so just for context for those of you that don't know, T.I., the rapper T.I. and 50 Cent is at fuse right now, right? They are going back and forth on social media, stemming from basically something that happened 5-6 years ago. So what happened 5-6 years ago? Here's the backstory. From T.I.'s recollection, he stated that he wanted to do a versus with 50 Cent. 50 Cent agreed, according to T.I., 50 Cent agreed with him in the background. But T.I., afterwards, 50 Cent basically did not agree with it and basically started clowning him on social media a little bit after that. I think it died down because, everybody started going back outside and things were a little different. So the verses it's not really popping as much.
So during COVID, he agreed, allegedly during COVID, 50 Cent agreed to do a verses with T.I.
According to T.I. is what he said. 50 Cent agreed to do the verses with him, right? So this is in 2020, right? So T.I. challenged him to do verses, and he said you could bring Dr. Dre or Eminem. Okay, so from my understanding, according to T.I., he said 50 Cent agreed to it, and then 50 Cent kind of trolled him afterwards, and then they kind of it just left, right? It wasn't something that was talked about for years until now. Now, T.I. is doing a different run. He's doing different things now, and he was on a few podcasts and a few shows, and the question was brought up: who would you ever do a versus with? And he stated that he would do a versus with 50. He already called out his opponent. He want to do a versus with 50 because he feel like he has a better catalog than him, but also he think it will be good for the people. And 50 Cent replied by trolling him, and eventually what brought the family into it was posting a picture of Tiny in a not so flattering way, right? So after that, T.I. made 3 diss tracks. King made a diss track. Damani.
He made 4 diss tracks. I think as of today, he made 4 diss tracks.
T.I. made 4 diss tracks. King has made a diss track. He's made several videos, and Damani made a diss track that everybody is falling in love with on social media.
Can I just say real quick, Damani is probably the nicest out of the entire family as of today. T.I. did his thing back in the day or whatever the case is, and he was a legend. But he was never better than Jeezy. Argue with me about it.
I'm not arguing because you already know. You already know. Like, it's Snowman. Stop playing. Snowman. You already know.
But nonetheless, you know what I mean? I just think that Damani's cadence and his obviously delivery, like his wordplay, his vibe, his tone is like superb. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I fucks with him.
And I like Damani before this whole rap beat, but I did hear that Miss Jackson shit, and out of all the Harris family like beef tracks or diss tracks, I was like, Damani's verse or Damani's song is worth responding to. And I'm gonna just leave that right there.
Okay.
So like I said, I have a personal like for Damani as an artist and for what he does and what he does for the culture. So, who you got? You got T.I., you got 50.
Who I have? So, to be honest with you,
on the other side, isn't that? All right, go ahead, keep going.
I'm obviously as a New Yorker, we're biased, but I think what's interesting is this whole thing.
Sounds the same, but go ahead.
50 been the bully of bullies since he been out, right? Right. So from 2000, 50 been bullying people or doing different things to get under people's skin. So I think why people are revering the Harris family a lot more these days is because that's the first time that somebody ever stepped up to him and kind of looked like and 50's kind of like he's not really in the offense. He's kind of like on a defense and kind of just doing memes, not really rapping, things of that nature. So I think it's interesting too because here's another layer. A lot of people like 50, but they don't like 50 because they say, "Oh, he's miserable. He's just down the third." They question
How is he miserable?
Because they said when you look at the two lives, right? You know, on surface, T.I. has multiple kids with his wife, and they all are basically aligning together to go against the common enemy. And 50 doesn't have a wife.
These be the same niggas that ain't married and don't have family themselves.
This is what the perception is.
How you gonna? I hear you. It's perception. It is perception.
That's all I'm saying.
How you gonna sit here and measure somebody's happiness based off of what you see on social media? Like, y'all niggas is goofy for real, bro. Like, I mean, granted, he don't got a family, but that might be his actual choice. That may be his choice, and I am being biased because I rock with 50
for sure.
Now my choice is 50 over T.I. any day. But like, how y'all gonna be behind y'all on a screen talking about 50 this, 50 that, and he's around the world
Swiss
making
Alps eating
Swiss cheese and fondue and shit,
crocodile
and
dip,
random. That's the Tony Ayo shit.
Yeah, right.
Niggas eating some wild foreign shit. You know what I mean? And y'all in America going to work every day trying to tell another man or trying to measure another man's success or happiness sounds crazy.
He said we in Zimbabwe eating giraffe back. Like, what's
type
up?
shit, you know what I mean? Giraffe back. That niggas ain't never had giraffe, bro.
But no, I think it's interesting. It's interesting because obviously as us as being hip hop fans, we want to see the lyrical side of it, right? We want to see them go back and forth lyrically until, you know, whoever we decide who wins, that's who wins. That's what's been happening, but the age of social media makes it a little different, right? So, you know, you see the memes.
50's old school.
50's old school, so he do a little bit of both, but I feel like 50 he's not bothered with doing any type of diss tracks because he's on a different level, he's in a different lane.
A way different level than T.I.
So, and I'm not saying that T.I. is like broke or don't have anything, but they are they definitely doing two different things.
50
you know
is
what I mean?
in his like third career. And successful from 1 to 3. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want me to give my answer first, or you want to give your answer because you did the backstory.
So basically, I'm a rock with 50. I'm a rock with 50, but I want to see him. I want to see
big New York.
I do want to see 50 write something back and say something, but at the same time, when you start attacking people's character, stuff can get sticky real quick. So I don't want to see that. I really just want to see like the lyrical wordplay on both ends. And obviously, the Harris family they've been cooking him on a lyrical wordplay because 50 hasn't said nothing yet.
50 make too much money to deal with the Harris family. That's my answer. You talk about music money versus movie production money. Go look it up. The numbers are astronomical. It's a complete difference. 50 Cent has rebranded himself as a movie idol right now. Like with the Tyler Perrys, the Michael Scorsese's, the Michael Bay's, like he's in a completely different realm than rap.
His executive producer realm is
top
run
tier.
as crazy.
Like you could talk about the Diddy video or the Diddy documentary. You could talk about
everybody watched it.
Trying. Everybody still watched it, no matter how you feel about it. Everybody watched it. So then his numbers still went up, and I don't know how long, but it was at least #1 on Netflix for at least a month. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And not only was it #1 on Netflix,
it beat out Stranger Things.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, for real. That beat out
Stranger Things on Netflix.
And that was like critically acclaimed. Everybody was like waiting for that to come back.
Come on, you know what I'm saying? The final season and everything. I haven't seen, and I watched Stranger Things, bro. I didn't see Stranger Things at #1 for the 5th season. For the final season, I did not see it at #1. I could be wrong, but I watched the entire final season of Stranger Things, and I didn't see it at #1 not one time. So when you talk about realms and money, first and foremost, T.I. sounds desperate as fuck. I mean, sounds desperate. Sounds super desperate. First and foremost, if you're telling me that the dude didn't want to do the verses and all of that, he didn't want to do it. Whether he said it or not, he changed his mind. Everybody has the right to change their mind. But you create 4 diss tracks, and then you got your whole family doing a Miss Jackson tribute and all that stuff. Y'all are corny, bro. That's corny, bro. And then you know what? You know how 50 do, bro. He'll buy your whole building. He'll buy your whole record label, bro. It's certain things that's bigger than rap. Everything is bigger than rap. But everybody's so caught up. 50 got to do this, got to do that. You know what's going to happen? 50's not going to respond. You know what's going to happen next? Y'all still going to watch Power. Y'all still going to watch Force. Y'all still going to watch Raising Kanan. 50 is more relevant, is the most relevant hip-hop artist, and he's not even doing hip-hop. He's the most hip-hop, he's the most relevant hip-hop artist, and he's not even rapping. Let that sink in, bro.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gonna all watch all that Power stuff, and what T.I. got? A comedy career? An MTV special? Close the door.
So what you think about
Close the door.
If we was to, let's pose this way, if they was to have a versus,
50 gonna win. 50's all right. Let me.
What do you think about people saying, "Oh, I can't name 550 songs, 550 Cent songs"? I heard people say that.
You were just born yesterday. He was born yesterday. Ain't no yo. When you talk about a bigger impact, and I'm not even talking about tracks. I'm just talking about impact. 50 had a bigger impact than T.I. ever did on the hip hop culture.
Ooh.
Ever. Ooh. Off of one album. Get Rich or Die Trying.
Certified classic.
You cannot tell me.
Certified diamond.
And T.I., I love T.I. I love Paper Trail. I love, Rubber Man. I love T.I. But as far as impact, Get Rich or Die Trying, where's T.I.'s documentary? Come on, where's T.I.'s group? And then, I gotta get to it. T.I.'s a snitch. T.I.'s a snitch, bro. Come on, T.I.'s a snitch, bro.
When you say snitch, what do you mean by that?
Yo, so when we was in high school, and I know you remember vividly. Well, not vividly. You may not have cared about T.I. as much.
Okay.
But you remember when he got wrapped up with like 15 like automatics type shit. You know
that was college.
2008, 2009 or whatever.
That was in college. Yeah.
So
I remember that.
Yeah, bro, he got caught up with a whole bunch of silencers, a whole bunch of guns and all that. And apparently his bodyguard, T.I. had his bodyguard go and get guns. His bodyguard got caught up with the Fed case first, and then his bodyguard went and turned back and said, yo, it wasn't me that was buying these guns. I was buying this shit for T.I., Tip Harris or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So essentially the bodyguard snitched first, and then he lined up T.I. to go get buried within the case. You know what I mean? Or you always go for the bigger fish, right? T.I., let's talk about what T.I. get hit with. You know what I mean? And niggas talk about this is not irrelevant, but it has to do with everything, bro. And it has to do with that barbecue stuff and who's invited to the cookout that I'm going to bring up after this. So first and foremost, he got caught with all them guns. He did a year and a day, and technically he did less than that. You know what I mean? He did like 8-9 months off of good behavior or whatever the case is, right? Then he did what? He paid a $100,000 fine, and then he did X amount of hours of community service. You know what I mean? Where he was like, praising people for snitching. Let's be real.
You talking about the Crime Stopper joint?
The Crime Stopper joint. He was doing videos and commercials for Crime Stoppers, bro. For Crime Stoppers. You could say what you want, bro, but if y'all talking about the culture, and if T.I.'s already failed from his backstory. He's an informant. T.I.'s an informant, y'all. Like, what are we talking about? And he snitched. You can't tell me for the amount of guns and the amount of charges he had, he only did 1 year and 1 day. In order to do that, you have to give somebody up. Or multiple people up. But y'all praising T.I. like he got it like that. What are we talking about?
You think he gave people up?
Absolutely. Yo, bro. It's no way. It's no way. And I'm a bring it full circle, right? I'm gonna bring it to current day. It's no way that a nigga get off and get that time, and it's no way that a nigga got that many charges for guns. He had automatic silencers and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's no way that as many, and even if it was let's say it was like 10, 15 guns or whatever the case is, there's no way that he got off with a year and a day off of all them guns. You gotta give somebody up. He snitched on somebody. We just don't know who he gave up. And if you look at 50, I think 50 had posted a video of him snitching in court. Why are we still praising this man? You know what the weirder thing is? You bring it to modern day. That was in 2008, 2009. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about, 6ix9ine is canceled. 6ix9ine is canceled, but y'all praise Gunna. And then y'all praise Young Thug. This is why whoever the narrative and whoever's controlling or who gets invited to the barbecue and who doesn't, I'm flipping y'all table. You don't invite me to none of y'all barbecues. I'm flipping your table, bro. What are you talking about? I'm flipping your whole table because y'all not consistent. How you sit here and say 6ix9ine is not it, and then say Gunna and Young Thug is it, and then say T.I. is it? So do we not care about what the hip hop culture is in the streets? I'm confused. None of this is consistent. None of it, bro.
That's one of the things that we shouldn't be obviously glorifying. Obviously, he did get caught up.
Right.
He definitely did get caught up.
We not saying that.
Right, but sometimes you gotta tread carefully.
I got a little animated.
Because sometimes people may feel like we are pushing that type of agenda. We obviously, our agenda is not for any beef between them because like I said, shit can go left with them real quick, right? But what you said is sometimes we are selective with things based on how we like people. You know what I'm saying?
It is. Exactly.
And I feel like people do like 50, but they've been seeing that he's been a bully for so long. So this person that came along, everybody liked T.I. He's a family man, all of that stuff. And the whole family fighting behind him, basically because, 50 diss Tiny. But...
And I ain't gonna lie, Tiny, get rid of the, black women, especially when you're next, lane, start getting all that Botox and that surgery, bro. I'm talking about people that's spending money on the face reconstruction and all that. Because I think even Little Kim, hold on. Little Kim was bad. Tiny Little Kim was bad back in the day.
But hold on, this is what happened.
Why get all that shit done to your face?
I did some research. From my understanding, they said she had a stroke.
Who?
Tiny. So she had to get
from the surgery. No, there's no way that you get a stroke and do facial reconstruction.
This is what I read.
No,
that she had a stroke.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
We can interpret it any which way we want, but
so you have a stroke, and the first thing you go do is get facial reconstruction.
No, but I mean, no. What I'm saying is, if you get a stroke, and you ever seen people have strokes? It's like they faces, one side is a little different from the other.
I have my grandmother had a stroke in front of me.
Okay, so
and she did not go get facial surgery after that.
We can't really say what people should do or shouldn't do when they get something.
Well, what I'm saying is, as a result of a stroke, why would you go get facial surgery?
Like I said, we can't really say what people should and shouldn't do. But that was her choice. But, like I said, people's entitled to the interpretations on how they want to perceive it or, how they want to kind of just, troll her if needed. That's what people do. But she was bad back in the days. And to your point, Lil' Kim was super bad back in the days. And then, but that's what happens. And on that topic, we're going to do that again.
Close the door.
We're going to close the door on that topic.
Close the door.
All right, so we're going to take it back home for a second. Harlem, 7th, Lenox, and what about the East Side? So, What is Harlem considered to you? What streets is Harlem considered to you?
I think oh man, I gotta go from on the East Side. I gotta go from 101st to the Bridge.
What about 99th Street?
Metro's on 99th.
Well, Wash project started on 99th.
Wash is on 99th.
For real, it started on 99th Street.
I gotta go on the East Side.
And you go to 102nd. And then they got it to 105th.
99th to 25th to the Bridge. For sure. On the east side, I gotta give it to him. It's Harlem. That's where the Spanish Harlem, bro. It's all the same.
So you saying is on the east side is from 99th to 25th? Because that's where the bridge is at, basically.
Yeah.
So you got all them projects anywhere in between. On the east side from 99th to 25th. So you got Wash, you got Carver, you got Metro, you got East River, you got Taft, you got
east side got the most projects.
Yeah, I know. You got Foster.
I consider all that Harlem. That's where all them niggas is at. What are you talking about? You know, so the discrepancy here is if you're from New York, if you're from the town, you would know that everybody say that Harlem starts at 110th to 155th.
River to river.
River to river. That's shaky because I wouldn't consider 110th and Broadway Harlem.
Why is that?
You know, that's City College. It's no niggas over there.
What college is over there?
Columbia.
Right.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Columbia. You know what I mean? Predominant, you know, school, college. But that's not the culture, bro. It's not the culture. You don't even see niggas shooting videos on 110th and Broadway. Show me one hip hop video where they shot a video on 110th and Broadway. Nah. Or 103rd and Harvard. Yo, shout out Florida and Mayo and the Butter Spot and all that. You know
Butter Spot.
Fire. That's you want a good nutcracker, you know what I'm saying? You pop out to those spots, but how do you consider that Harlem? Ain't no culture right there, bro. There's no culture. Now it's like East Side, and then it goes like whoop, 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 and then it like plateaus out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so where does Harlem start on the west side? So we know the east side.
On the west side, I would say wherever Grant starts on Broadway. I think that's 122nd, 123rd, and Broadway. And then, you know, you got Manhattanville and you got everything up towards 155th. And I would even
got the 155th is what, the Heights?
I ain't gonna lie. I give Harlem like 3-4 blocks.
So you say like to like 159?
Yeah, 159.
Because I think after like what stop is that on us on the 161st? Or 163rd.
Shit, it's one of the two. I ain't gonna lie.
I forgot.
I haven't taken the train and I mean, even when I'm in the city, I haven't taken a train in so long, bro. But I know it's 155th, and I think it's 163rd.
I want to say it's 163rd. So that would we would consider that would start like Washington Heights
for sure.
Right.
Definitely anything after the 60s, I consider the Heights.
Okay. Anything after the 60s is the Heights. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
But obviously the east side stops at
25th because it stops at the river.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it stops at the bridge. Like 120. Well, actually, because you got AK over there, that's 128th.
Fuck AK. And I'm going to curse on that one. For obvious reasons. I'm all right. I'm going to chill.
And actually,
you know why.
Actually, that's my fault. So I apologize because
that brought back some memories, bro. That's
my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. I take that. Word.
Yeah.
No,
I got a pass on that one. Like, if you know me, you know. You know what I'm saying?
So, okay.
Let's keep moving the conversation.
Let's give it a second. All right. So,
AK is not Harlem.
So let's go to. All right. On I think the Pivot podcast, you hear Channing Chowder was talking to. They was interviewing Terrence Crawford, right? And they was talking about basically. Would you sell your soul basically for $100 million or however the conversation went? And Terrence Crawford was like, no, I wouldn't, sell my soul for $100 million, whatever. And then Channing Crowder said basically he'll do the complete opposite. He'll give up everything for $100 million. And somebody that was a football player, I'm not sure if I don't think he ever eclipsed that amount of money, but that was his take. So what do you think about that?
being in the Word and being spiritual, like there's a lot of things that I'm not with. You know what I'm saying? And I will say that selling your soul for any type of money, it ain't it. You know what I mean? When and he was like, "Oh yeah, I would do it again." That's a testimony to your type of character. So if you sell out for $100 million, then you will suck a D for $100 million too. You know what I mean? You do some outlandish stuff for $100 million, and money is not the root of all evil, but people are. You know, because you can decide not to take the money at the end of the day to save your soul.
Because what we say all the time, all money
ain't good money. You know, and if that's the type of time you on, then cool. But don't sit here and talk to me like you some righteous person. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'll probably never watch that podcast again. Off the simple fact that if I genuinely know his character and who he is as a man. And like y'all might be on that stuff, but I'm not a follower. You know, I'm not following trends. I always go against the grain. When Max B said, when I go left, when I go right, I go up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not with that. I hate Trump, I go, y'all going left or y'all going right, I go up. You hate Obama, you're going left, I'm going up, no matter what. And I think like everybody want 100 million. And if you're willing to sacrifice your soul and your character for that, we got to pack you up, bro. We got to pack you up. There's no excuse for that. I think, oh, snap, my fault. This is crazy. Yeah, I think it's, why is this still going? I think it's just disgusting that, you know, people would just give up their soul and their life and for that amount of money. You know, I've been broke. I've seen money, lost it, got it back. One thing I never did was like sell my soul for it. That's just it. And I'm okay with, I'd rather be broke than sell my soul for 100 million. Fuck yeah. My bad for the question. Fuck yeah. I ain't doing it. Yeah, praise God on that one, bro. For that. Amen. You know what I mean? Like I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I think obviously that was like one of those clickbaits. I didn't watch the whole episode to see the full context.
Yeah. It was a clickbait
right?
joint. Yeah.
So he might have cleaned it up, but when you just look at it from face value, when he said, you know, he'll do anything for $100 million, you have to look at that sideways a little bit. Yes, $100 million is more than a lot of people ever seen in their life. And probably some people that would never ever touch it ever, right? Most people probably will never touch it. Let's just say that, right? Like you said, all money ain't good money, but the hoops you might have to jump through in order to get that $100 million, you probably will regret it as you getting it.
Facts.
So,
yeah, ain't no money worth your body, your soul, spirit. And granted, it's a lot of people out there that's like that though. People that follow trends, people that don't think for themselves, people that just be like, "Oh yeah, that's it. I need to make it out." Niggas will sell their soul before they work for that shit. And whatever I work for, that's what I'm gonna get, and that's what I'm gonna be content with.
Yep.
Cause I've been through enough phases in my life at my age to understand like God is powerful, bro. I mean, I ain't trying to get all religious and all crazy, but like, yo, if you made it this far, that's because of God. That ain't because of nobody else.
Hit that, yo.
And he will carry you. 1,000%. He will bless you. He will protect you. As long as you putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got you. That's if you believe in him, obviously, right? Like, you don't believe in him, then that's a different story. I can't control that, you know. But if you believe in him, and even if you don't got a religion and you don't know what's happening, God still got you. Even if you are Muslim or whatever, God still got you. That's the crazy thing about God and Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's undeniable, bro. People talk about, how did I make it this far? People tell testimonies about, I should have been dead about this time and this, that, people damn near witness death right in front of them. Or
facts, yo.
Whether it's somebody else or whether it's themselves, they witness it right there. Boom.
And the only person that can attest to that is
God, bro. Mm-hmm. And then I ain't gonna lie, like, this may be a little cliche and shit like that, but when you watch The City of Angels, a classic with Nicolas Cage, you know what I mean? And it's not about, forget the concept of the movie, but I just want to point out that, like, yo, in that movie, angels was everywhere. Mm-hmm. Angels was everywhere. And like, oh, when you feel like it's going bad, and then a good happens, it's probably because you protected. Angels don't show up when you need them or when you want them. It's when you need them to keep your faith going, to keep you encouraged, to keep you motivated, to keep you balanced. That's God. Dang, I just... Yeah. That's facts. I ain't ready for that conversation.
That's facts. Man. We're gonna start, heading down the downward slope. We're gonna wrap this up a little bit. Got one or two more, and
Let's do one more.
We're gonna keep it light. So, we all like. I'm not sure when you guys will be able to see this episode, but we are in Ramadan season, and a lot of people are giving up things for Lent. Shouts out to all the Muslims. That's pure dedication and discipline of what you guys are doing. Basically praying several times a day, even more, building your faith even more, and going against the natural functions of your body to praise. So, are you giving up anything? I know we're not Muslim, but we respect the hustle, we respect the discipline. So are you give up anything for Lent? Are you following anything? Or you give up anything?
Even with Lent, I low key think that's more Catholic than anything.
It is. But those are like two things that's kind of like are going on around the same time.
Yeah.
So we don't have to be Catholic or Muslim in order to kind of give up things and
correct,
or whatever.
I haven't been burning down, you know what I mean, for over a month, and that's before Lent started. And that's for me. That's for my son. That's for like maturity, growth, and all that. I ain't gonna say that I'm never like gonna do it again, but you gotta sacrifice.
In this season right now?
In the season right now is clipped. And I honestly I just want to be high off life for real. I don't even like drinking for real. High off the life. Even though like I feel like that's kind of like my muse. I feel like I gotta have a muse with one or the other, but that's just being completely honest. But I sacrificed that, as a person that did that every day. It's not what I'm doing right now.
Right.
I'm focused. I got my ATMs, I got my terminals trying to go. Then I got my, then I got the crib, which they finished the demo in that joint.
Nice.
They bought the plywood for the floors, so they about to redo the floors. Yeah, so
springtime about to get. They're doing about to be running. Turnkey, baby.
I got shut down from the city, you know what I mean? But we back on and popping. And again, that's through the grace of God. That's through patience. That's through wisdom. That's just wanting to do the right thing. And one thing is gonna happen for sure. It's just gonna happen within this time and when it's supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that, like, it's a big hurdle, but it's all worth it. So I'm sacrificing something that I would habitually do every day.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself is what I let go of. And I feel good, you know what I mean? I'm not where I want to be, And like I said, I don't like that. My downfall is, if you want me to be completely human, you know what I mean? My downfall is I let go of one issue and then try to substitute it for another. But even with that substitution, I'm still not heavily doing it. You know what I mean? As I would as a smoker. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, God's going to meet me where I'm at. You know what I mean? He's going to bless me. He's going to provide. He's going to keep my mind focused. And he's going to help me he's going to provide the patience so that I can get to my next point in my life. You know what I mean? And mind, body, and spirit. And that's what I'm working on right now. I'm doing Bible studies right now on Mondays. You know, shout out to Rafi. Shout out to my man Rob. Shout out to my man Raul. You know, just a good dude. I just got a good brotherhood, a good, a good brotherhood that's like on it. So, and shout out to everybody else just in the word and trying to like further their spirituality, because it's a spiritual warfare out here. You know, and this ain't about politics. This ain't about none of that shit, bro. Like, it's seriously a spiritual warfare, and y'all need to get in tune with the word. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you?
So, for me, I'm actually currently, I got me and a few other people we're on a 100-day liquid fast. 100-day. Woo! 100-hour liquid fast. And I felt like this is something I'm probably going to incorporate at the end of the month for the rest of the year. 100-day is 4 days and 4 hours. Basically, at the end of the month, you just do straight liquids. You're able to have maybe a little bit of fruit, 1 or 2 servings a day, but after that, straight liquids. So I've been feeling good. This is the 4th day that I've been on it, and I actually feel good. But on a deeper level, I've been trying to take my health a little bit more seriously. If you know me, you know I like to cook. Always been a big dude. But as I get older, that I can't keep doing that, right? I can't sustain that forever. So over the last couple months, I've been making some conscious efforts, and definitely been in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, walking, doing all that type of things. So at the time of this recording, I'll say probably since a little bit right around Thanksgiving, I lost about 25 pounds. And the plan is to continue losing it, and just adapt a more healthy lifestyle with what I do. So I'm a sweet guy. I like sweets. I could eat a sleeve of cookies in a sitting. Just being honest, you know what I'm saying? That's just something that I enjoy, right? So I was reading this story and I was watching this thing. This dude was like, your coworkers.
My fault, bro.
You good. Your coworkers bring donuts to work, and every donut is about 200-300 calories. I knew that. I'm gonna wrap it up too. So your coworkers bring donuts to work every day. Every donut you eat, you're gonna have to run 2 miles, run 1.5 miles. So that's what happens. So for me, I feel like this journey I'm on is personal, and I just want to keep it going. So that's me. But
yeah,
let's wrap it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We didn't even get through a lot of topics today. You know what I mean? But we hope y'all appreciate what we talked about, the topics, hot topics. Shout out to you for providing the studio, giving us the new setup and everything like that. It was a good look, you know what I'm saying? And hope to see us in this space a lot more often with new guests. And never forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Show us love. Represent us. And yeah, man, those are my final thoughts. And yeah, expect to see us with another one real soon. You know what I mean? We're just gonna drop y'all clips, but keep commenting. Like I said, keep liking, and do your thing, man. We hope y'all enjoying it. We hope y'all enjoying the topics, some real ones. You know what I mean? Keeping it funky, keeping it spicy, and giving us some critical thinking skills. And we put this on the last video, and I think this is gonna be what we're gonna keep saying it, especially during these times, which is like, yo, do your own research. Do your own research. Don't like nobody because don't stop liking somebody because somebody told you, or that's trendy, or you heard some clickbait, or whatever the case is. Even with videos nowadays, you know what I mean? Like
they maneuver it a certain type of way, man.
Yeah, like I be liking videos and commenting on videos, and those be edited to fit a certain narrative. You know what I mean? Don't be brainwashed to this shit. That's it. Like, don't be brainwashed to the propaganda. Don't be brainwashed to like what's trending and what's the wave and all that. Do your critical thinking skills, do your own research, and figure out your own thoughts. Don't follow nobody else because that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do things because it's socially acceptable.
Your phone is in your hand. The least you can do is use Google or ChatGPT to look up some good information. So then you can come to your own critical thought process on what's good and what's not. So yeah. On that note, I'm K.
I'm Trash.
And we are Culture Content.
Yes, sir.
Let's wrapping it up, man. Until next time.
Season 4. Holla.